All right, your quads, right? Quad, that means four muscles right here. Now there's only one really important muscle when it comes to foam rolling, okay? It's going to be the middle quad muscle because that one actually crosses your hip joint. That's the only of the four that crosses your hip joint, okay? All the others stay floating down here. Okay, you might be thinking, what about the IT band? That is not a muscle, okay? It actually starts though here at your TFL, okay, and the bottom part of your glute. Starts off as a big triangle and comes down the side of one of those quad muscles. Okay, so well, what happens too sometimes with the tight IT band is that quad and the hamstrings out here kind of become stuck. So what I'm going to review here is some foam rolling techniques for the quad here, open it up, and then we're going to kind of activate and open up the hip flexing and quad area. All right, first thing to keep in mind, when this becomes tight all out here, IT band, hip flexor, and you get stuck externally, you're going to end up lacking internal rotation, okay? So here, I'm going to lay down on that soft hip pocket here right in the beginning. Now, see how my knee is bent? I'm not straightening out like this right away as is typically shown. I'm keeping my knee inward, okay? And see how I tuck it inside here? I'm not letting it fall open, that's external. Here, I'm already going to work a little bit of some internal rotation by letting gravity help me. Okay, got my base on this other knee, got my hip right on the foam roller. Okay, now here, wherever you might feel a knot, just adjust this knee that is on the foam roller. Okay, move around, and once you're there, all you gotta do is rock your ankle up and down, because the more this ankle could come towards the ground, the more internal rotation you're going to get in that hip as you're moving around and rocking through this knot in the front pocket of that TFL. Okay, now you can open up this way too, and you're going to get your glute medius and minimus. It might be easier to use something like a softball, baseball, something of that nature. Okay, once you get that area, now you're going to drop it just a little bit lower. Okay, same thing. See how my knee's staying bent? Now I could rock right up under where that bone starts and the meaty part of your quad is starting. Just rocking through. Now see how my legs straightened out as I'm coming all the way through? Now I want all four muscle layers or four muscles of my quad to be broken apart. So now I will straighten out the leg, let them all stay neutral, nice and relaxed as I'm rolling through. Don't forget that inner area of your quad as well. Multi-direction, right? Don't just roll up and down in the direction of the foam roller. Make sure you pause and shear, rock back and forth in all different ways. Okay, now your IT band. Okay, right here when it becomes really tight, it actually could cause a lot of tension on your ligaments. So over here, I'm actually going to be starting at where my knee bends, right? Where those ligaments are. Right here, hook this leg. I carry up, rocking through right on the side on that bony part of my knee. Okay, then I can start rocking down here. Okay, practicing my side plank technique. Okay, make sure right there at the very end you're really digging in. Okay, rock back and forth, because where that fascia of the IT band ends, that's what's going to create a lot of tension through your ligaments. Okay, continue on wherever all your knots are. Make sure you're rolling through in all different directions, all around the quad. All right, now favorite standing squat quad stretch here, and something to think about to realize if your psoas and hamstrings are too tight. When you're going to go to grab your ankle to your foot, you got to pay attention how much of a compensation the knee has to raise in order for you to grab and then open here to open up the hip. Okay, the other thing too is you want to make sure your chest is not pointing up to the ceiling. Bring it back down here, brace the core, pinch the butt. Okay, one way to test it, when you want to just carry your heel to your butt, if you cannot stay back here with the knees even, okay, and you have to like do this and the knee shoots up, that's that psoas pulling forward here and the inner hamstring being too tight. Okay, so you might just want to stand here, Keep a 90-degree bend. Make sure the knees are staying even. Here, right? Don't let the knee pop forward. You're right here. Just bend. Get that hamstring to wake up in that full range of motion. And just let the knee fall forward and try this too. You'll lose all that hamstring tension, okay? Once you get this ankle, okay, you might even have your knee way out here, how tight that IT band might be. First thing you're going to want to do, bring the knees together. Make sure that doesn't cause you to raise the chest, okay? Brace the core, bring the chest down, pinch the butt. Now as you bring the knee in and pinch your butt forward, you should feel everything opening up right down the front of that quad leg, okay? So there it is for your quad. Give that a shot.